The Lagos sun was beating down even through the tinted windows of my Lekki office. I was reviewing some marketing campaigns, the familiar hum of the generator, a constant backdrop. My phone buzzed. It was Chike, my Chike, 4 hours away in Port Harcourt. My heart did that familiar flutter, and then sank a little. Lately, his calls felt heavier than the Lagos traffic. "Hey baby, how is PH?" I asked, trying to sound cheerful. There was a pause, then a tired sigh. "Ada, a beg, this Port Harcourt. Everything is just different. The driving, the heat, the way people just are." He sounded utterly defeated. I tried to find the positive. But at least your new office is fine, right? And it is a good pay bump, Omo." My words felt hollow, even to me. He just hummed in response, a sound that spoke volumes of his unhappiness. A few days later, Chike called again. He would gone gym hunting. "Ada, you will not believe it. I went to this place in Rumokoro. The equipment looked like it survived the civil war. And the smell? Omo. It is not like our place in Lekki, you know? Clean, modern." I pictured him, a fitness fanatic, staring at rusty weights. "Babe, maybe it is just one gym. You can try another, or even find a park to run in, like the one near you," I suggested, trying to be helpful. There was a sharp intake of breath on his end. "Ada, you always do this," he exclaimed, his voice rising. "I am telling you how I feel, and you are trying to tell me what to do or find a silver lining. I just want you to hear me, a beg. This is not what I wanted, this whole move, this whole wahala." The line went quiet, then he mumbled, "I need to go," and hung up. I stared at my phone, tears pricking my eyes. Wahala. Big wahala. Our distance was not just physical anymore. That night, I could not sleep. My mind replayed his words, his tone. He was struggling, truly struggling, and my attempts to fix him were only pushing him away. He needed an ear, not advice. A shoulder, not a strategist. I felt a sudden, fierce resolve. I needed to see him, to understand his new reality, not just hear about it over the phone. I opened my laptop and booked a flight to Port Harcourt for the next morning. It was time to stop talking and start listening. The next morning, MMIA was a whirlwind. Lagos noise, Lagos rush. 2 hours later, I was stepping out of Port Harcourt International Airport. The air was thicker, heavier, clinging to my skin. The taxi ride to Rumokoro was an assault on my senses. The dust, the aggressive honking, the endless sprawl of shops and makeshift stalls. This was not Lagos. This was Chike's new world, raw and unapologetic. I stood outside his apartment building, took a deep breath and called him. "Hey, I am outside." Silence. Then, "Ada?" "What? You are here?" His voice was a mix of disbelief and something else. Maybe hope? He came rushing down, his face a canvas of surprise and weariness. He looked thinner, the light in his eyes dimmed. We hugged, a long, tight embrace, the kind that spoke of miles and unspoken words. This was real. This was his struggle, right here, inside his small apartment. The air felt stagnant, heavy with unspoken frustrations. He gestured vaguely at the boxes still unpacked, the sparse furniture. I sat beside him, not saying anything, just holding his hand. He started talking about the petty jealousy at his old job, the exhaustion of constantly searching, the dread of moving, the loneliness here. He spoke of waking up each day, feeling like a stranger in a strange land. I listened. I nodded. I squeezed his hand. No advice, no, at least. Just presence. Later, we walked to a local suya spot. The smoky aroma filled the humid night. We ordered goat suya and a bottle of palm wine. As he ate, Chike started talking about a new project at work, a challenging one that actually excited him a little. He even pointed out a Chike napep driver expertly navigating a tight corner, a small smile touching his lips. Omo, wetin? I go do without you, he said, looking at me, a glimmer returning to his eyes. It was not fixed, but it was a start. A real start. The next morning, I cooked us some simple jollof rice. Over breakfast, he actually discussed trying a different gym, or perhaps converting a small space in his apartment for workouts. He talked about exploring nearby communities. The change was not gone, the difficulties were not vanished, but the weight on his shoulders seemed lighter. He thanked me not for my advice, but for just being there, for seeing him. It helps, Ada. Knowing you get it. Leaving him at the Port Harcourt airport felt different this time. We hugged again, a tender, knowing embrace. The distance was still there, a tangible thing between Lagos and Port Harcourt, but the emotional chasm had closed. On the flight back, I realized something profound. Love is not always about fixing problems or offering solutions. Sometimes it is just about showing up, sitting in the discomfort, and listening with your whole heart. That is how we bridge the distance, one empathetic breath at a time.